We are back with Today Food, and we're counting down to the holidays with stress-free, easy, entertaining ideas. Our good friend Katie Lee is here with prime rib that anyone can make. Katie, good morning. Good to see you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Let us start. You had me at prime rib. But
I think every man who works here is going to be in the kitchen after this segment.
We love this. Our mouths are watering already. Talk about ingredients.
Okay, so we've got our prime rib, and the key here is to ask your butcher to cut it off the bone for you, but then tie the bone back on.
Why do you do that?
So that way you get all the benefits of cooking on the bone, but it's a lot easier after you cook it to slice it.
Okay.
Super simple. Then garlic, salt, and pepper. That's all you need. For the gravy, we've got flour, beef stock, sherry vinegar, some herbs, and Dijon mustard.
Okay, aforementioned prime rib right here. How do you prepare it?
Okay, so what we're going to do, this fat side, you're going to make little slits in it and put the slices of garlic. So you want to do that?
Okay.
All right, you're in charge of that.
How much of that do you need?
You just need a few pieces on each side. So what happens is when it goes into the oven and the fat starts to cook, it kind of bastes itself in this garlic flavor.
Okay, so you did this so that my fingers would smell like garlic all day?
Yeah, and
is that the reason? Okay, let's say we did a lot of that.
Okay, so next up is to make a salt crust. And this looks like a lot of salt, but this meat needs it. So you've got your salt here and pepper, and that's it. Just mix it all together and then put it all over the prime rib. So you want to make this crust around it. And this is going to sit for about 30 minutes.
That's important, isn't it? You need to let it rest in this position.
You need to let it sit. You can salt this a couple hours before if you like, but take it out of the refrigerator at least 30 minutes, let it sit on the counter, and kind of start to come to room temperature before it goes into the oven.
You put it in a nice big roasting pan here. You've got room around it. Why?
That way the air can circulate around it and you'll have even cooking. So let's put it in the oven.
Okay.
The oven's at 450 degrees, and that's going to give it a really nice sear on the outside. But as soon as it goes in, you want to turn it down to 350. So that it cooks a little lower and slower, and then you get that nice, even cooking.
As we make our way up front, we've got professional tasters.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
This is so terrific.
It's just so good.
I mean, all it needs is the salt and pepper, and man, this is crazy.
Person and Al have died and gone to heaven. Me too, but not like these two.
Got a little garlic.
Here we go.
Okay, so it's come out of the oven, 15 minutes a pound. You want to take the thermometer, make sure it's about 120 degrees, and then tint it for 20 minutes.
Okay.
So while it rests, let's make the gravy. So I've got the little brown bits in here and about a quarter cup of the fat left in the pan. Add to it some flour, and you're going to cook the flour for about a minute, just until the flour flavor cooks out. And then, Matt, will you pour in that beef stock for me? So you pour in your beef stock. You can never have too much gravy either. You know, everybody loves gravy. And you just want to really whisk this and get all that flour mixed in. And then stir in some Dijon mustard for me. And the Dijon is going to give it flavor. It's also going to help it to thicken up. And I put in a garlic clove and some thyme and some rosemary. And then this is going to thicken to be like this. And then we're going to take out our herbs and our garlic. And
that just becomes a good, you don't have to strain it or anything like that?
No, you don't have to strain it, but add in a tablespoon of sherry vinegar at the very end. And that vinegar is going to cut through all the fat and make it taste really good.
May I do the unveiling?
Do the unveiling.
Look
there
at
we
the
go.
crust on that. That's
Doesn't
great.
that look so good?
How's the gravy, guys?
Oh, it's just
so good.
Oh my God.
And the best part is Hoda's putting down a base layer for the 4th hour with the red wine.
Okay.
And then you just...
You slice it thick or you slice it thin?
I like it a little thin because this is a really rich cut of meat, so you really don't need a lot.
And look what you're serving it with. Mashed potatoes. Make a little reservoir. The gravy goes right in there.
This is my favorite part, the bones. I like to put them back under the broiler.
All right.
That's
Katie
my favorite.
Lee, fantastic prime rib dinner for the holidays with mashed potato. If you want this recipe, go to today.com/food. We're back in a moment.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.